Hey guys, Sam here. We are continuing with our Cricut series, and we are going to be using the Cricut Air Explorer 2 to make a Bleach t-shirt. And so what we'll do first is make a vinyl design, cut it out on the Cricut, and then apply it to the shirt. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started. The basic things you'll need are your machine, obviously, and then you will need a standard gripping board, a t-shirt of your choosing. I found that a brighter shirt looks a lot better with bleach. You will need your weeding tool, some scissors, or you can choose to use one of these. These are really handy with cutting straight, so it saved me. And then you will need your permanent vinyl, and you'll need your transfer paper. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so to get started, you are going to go to Cricut Design Space, and you will press New Project. And because we're going to be working with a t-shirt, I'm going to go ahead and insert a template to just help me to keep on track with how big I want the design to be. And so I'm going to go to Templates. I'm going to scroll down and find Classic T-shirt. And this is just really neat because it just keeps things in perspective as far as proportion sizes go. And so I have this, and I want to make my design the MFPL logo, and I have already uploaded that right here. As you can see, I work with a lot of dinosaur stuff thanks to my baby. So right now, this logo is way too big. I'm going to shrink it down. We'll just do it this way. So that looks about right. And right now, as you can see right here, it says that it's a print file. We want it to be a cut file. And so I'm going to press no fill so that it switches over. And then the next thing that we'll talk about is for the bleach shirt, it depends on if you're wanting it to be a negative or a positive on your shirt. And what I mean by that is if you want the design to be the bleach, or if you want the bleach to be sprayed around it. And so that's what I want. I want it to be a negative to where the design is blue on my blue shirt, and the bleach is going to be sprayed around it. So I actually need to change it. So what I'm going to do gonna look at it this way. I like to keep it the color that I'm going to be making it. And so that is it for the shirt. It's going to cut this out, and we are good to go. I'm already connected. I'm gonna press make it. And then I wanna make sure that my vinyl and my transfer tape are cut to this size, and they are. Gonna make sure I am on vinyl on my machine, because remember the Explorer family has the Smart Set dial, so I have done that accordingly. Gonna press continue. Have this loaded, and so we are ready to go. Okay guys, so I cut out my design on the Cricut, and I went ahead and weeded it with my weeding tool. And the next step for me to do is to take this transfer paper and use it to pull up this design. And there is like a scraper tool that you can buy for the Cricut, but I usually just take a credit card and do it that way because I already have credit cards. And just a little reminder, this is permanent vinyl. There are different types of vinyl that you can purchase depending on what craft you're making. Normally when you're making a t-shirt and you're making a design for a t-shirt, you want to do iron on vinyl. But because we're making a stencil for our t-shirt, that's why we're using permanent vinyl. because it's gonna stick and then we're gonna be able to pull it off, even though it's called permanent. And sometimes it takes me a while to get this perfectly laid on here, so just be patient with me. Okay. That's a little off at the top, but that's okay. It's still connected. So I'm going to just kind of barely do this, and then I'm going to use my credit card to further stick it down. So hang on just a moment. Okay. And that's just going to ensure that this vinyl sticks to the transfer tape so it all comes off with it. Okay, and something else that I believe I forgot to mention is that since we're making a bleach shirt, you'll need a spray bottle and bleach solution. So I bought specifically the bleach that's for fabric, and it's just a 1-to-1 ratio. So this has a half a cup of water and a half a cup of bleach in it, and it's mixed. And I'm gonna make sure it's more on the misting setting so it's not shooting a straight stream. Okay, so now that I have stuck this down, let's see, I might have a little bit of trouble with this one. Oh, there it goes. And see how that's just coming up so easily? That's because it's sticking really well because of using the credit card and scraper. But if it doesn't and that happens, just go ahead and push it back down. Voila. Okay. So this is sticky still, and that's what's going to allow us to stick this onto our shirt. I'm going to center this the best that I can. So that's the middle. Let's see, not happy with that. Have this stuck to our shirt, we can go ahead and spray it with bleach. So you don't want it too saturated. But you can do it one time and let it dry and see kind of how it looks and give it another spray. Okay guys, so after I sprayed the t-shirt with bleach, I went ahead and blotted it with a paper towel, and then I very slowly and carefully peeled off all of the vinyl, and this is our final product. I think it turned out pretty cool. A few things I noticed: I got a little excited to spray it with bleach, and I did not put cardboard or anything in between the front and back layers of the t-shirt. So there are going to be a few little spots on the back, so just for future reference. I almost forgot to blot it with a paper towel. Make sure you do that so that it doesn't bleed too much. I did have a little bit of bleeding, but really not too terribly bad. The worst one was right here, and that's because the vinyl had torn a little bit when I was weeding it originally. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased with the final outcome. If you want, you can spray extra so that there's more bleach spots like on the bottom of the shirt, but I like it just how it is. So happy cricketing to you.